Hello friends, a warm welcome to my channel. Well friends, in today's video we will be discussing something about a mammoth IPO that is coming, that is the Zomato IPO. If you look into internet, if you look into any of Economic Times, Money Control, if you scroll through any of the Telegram groups or WhatsApp groups you are part of, you will see only thing that is fill up with the internet is Zomato IPO. It's kind of weird because over the period of time since the lockdown and this COVID thing has started, we have seen a lot of IPOs coming in the market, but such a level of marketing I have never seen in my experience in the last whatever IPOs I have participated. I have been in the market for like a little over 13-14 years now, and I have participated like almost in all the IPOs, but the kind of rush, the kind of demand, the kind of craziness this Zomato has actually created all around is massive. But again, as a investor, as a retail investor, it is something that you should always know that where you need to put your money in. Now there are two things that people invest in IPOs. Number one reason which most of the retail investors, because I am a retail investor, I'm not an HNI or I'm not a fund houses, right? I'm a retail investor who invests just maximum, is entitled to invest maximum 2 lakh rupees in any IPO. So as a retail investor, the most important thing that people do and why they apply in IPOs is because they want listing in. फटाफट पैसा कमाना है शॉर्टकट में, करेक्ट? क्योंकि आपको 2 हफ्ते के लिए पैसा लगाना है, जस्ट पुट मनी फॉर 2 वीक्स, ओवर एंड आउट. आपको 20, 25, 30, 40% डिपेंडिंग अपॉन विच काइंड ऑफ विच सेक्टर दिस IPO बिलोंग्स, यू मेकिंग मनी. And second category is where there is a potential company which you think, because IPO is always comes at a discounted price. It's not the price at which it trades in a later point of time. So you think it's always good that you get the shares at a discounted price and then you hold it for long. So that is the second motto. But in this particular video, we would try to see which category we fall into, whether we should book or invest, or whether we should just enter for a listing in, or we should just wait and watch, let it list. जो भी हंगामा, जो भी माहौल बना हुआ है, सेटल हो जाने दे. जब माहौल शांत हो जाएगा, we'll invest. So we will try to understand all these things in this video. So before I proceed in this video, obviously for any if you want to participate in IPOs, or if you participate in any corporate action, if you want to buy, sell, for everything, the first thing that you need is a Demat account. So if you don't have a Demat account, I've given the link in the description. Just click on the link and you can open a Demat account very smoothly and absolutely online process. It's very easy. If you have any issues on that, you can contact me. Let's quickly go and look into what exactly the IPO. So when initially Zomato declared the IPO, the price of the IPO, the amount of the IPO was 8,250 crores rupees. 8,250 crore rupees. That was next updated, and the new IPO price is 9,375 crore rupees. So almost 10,000 crore rupees, and it's not a small amount. If you go back and you check, SBI cards also IPO came and somewhere around 9,000 crores. So it's actually a massive. Whereas this company is not actually a product company. ना तो ये कंपनी साबुन तेल बनाती है, ना तो साबुन तेल बेचती है. There is nothing. It's not a company which manufactures anything. IT कंपनी कोई आता है तो they are actually giving you a solution. आपको एक लाइसेंस का पैसा मिलता है, you're getting a product, you're using it, support, maintenance, you upgrade it, lot of things. यहाँ पे it's like pure service. मिडिल है, आप खाना ऑर्डर कर रहे हो, रेस्टोरेंट है, बीच में ये खाली आपको एक प्लेटफॉर्म दे रहे हैं. सो अगर आप देखो बिजनेस वाइज भी, देयर इज नो प्रोडक्ट एक्चुअली दिस कंपनी इज आइडियली सेलिंग इन, लेकिन फिर भी इतना डिमांड है. अगर आप स्क्रीन पे देख पा रहे हो IPO डिटेल्स, अगर हम देखें तो ये वेडनेसडे को खुल रहा है. वेडनेसडे, थर्सडे, फ्राइडे, इट्स अ 3 days विंडो. The price band is 72 to 76. So obviously 76 is the what you are going to apply. 195 is the share slot. Obviously approximately कोई भी IPO आप उठा लो, it's like 15,000 rupees is what you always invest, because as a retail investor you can invest maximum 2 lakh rupees in any IPO. Generally they keep a price band so that it accumulates and comes down to somewhere around 14.5 to 15,000 rupees. That's on an average that we have seen in past. Now two important things in this. Number one, the face value. whenever IPO comes, a company lists, 99% of the times the face value is 10, but here the face value is 1. So if you consider the pricing of it, so actual pricing comes somewhere around 195 into 10, because 10 if we consider and you compare it with the peers. So basically ये जो stock लेके Zomato आ रही है, the stock is priced at 1950 rupees per share, 2000 के आसपास, 2000 rupees worth one share. So a bit risky, a bit expensive. That's what I feel. Now, second thing is, this company is not getting listed in National Stock Exchange. It's only going to list in Bombay Stock Exchange. In later future, obviously, it's possible that they can come up with, but at this point in time, it's only Bombay Stock Exchange. So you have understood what's the IPO and what's the things like that. Now you have to get and understand that what exactly is driving this craziness, why people are buying like anything. So I'll talk about 3 to 4 positive points that this IPO is why people are so crazy about it. Number one, that this company has actually grown the network in a huge parameter. So at this point in time, they have a network of 3,13,223 restaurant and 1,31,637 delivery partners. So it's a massive mammoth network that they have built. Number two, during this pandemics that started in 2020, people have started ordering a lot online. अभी लोग बाहर नहीं जाते हैं. It's very risky, right? Go out. So it's very easy that you order whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to drink. You are easily ordering. So pandemic has actually boosted up this food delivery or any e-commerce. If you look into any e-commerce business, this pandemic has actually boosted up that business. Number three, if I talk about us, right, the millennials or the new generation, we actually do not very often cook at home, right? So the consumption sector that has actually transitioned a lot. It's like from a traditional, अभी कभी कभार पिज़्ज़ा ऑर्डर कर लिया, इट्स फाइन. आवर पेरेंट्स आर ऑर्डरिंग, भाई ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं, जो भी घर के एल्डर लोग हैं वो ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं. बट दिस इज एक्चुअली गोइंग टू चेंज. न्यू जनरेशन जो है, दे डोंट स्पेंड टाइम ऑन डूइंग ऑल दोज थिंग्स. तो ये जो मार्केट है, दैट इज टेकिंग ए स्विच. दिस डजंट मीन जोमेटो विल ओनली राइड दिस, क्योंकि देर आर अदर वेंडर्स एंड अदर कंपिटिटर्स ऑल्सो. दैट इज वन ऑफ द फैक्टर. बट coming time, the consumption is going to increase and this online ordering thing is going to increase in future. ये कभी कम नहीं होने वाला. That is one of the reasons why there is a demand. And the fourth reason, recently Zomato has actually started delivering groceries as well. So food was something that they were doing. Now they have started doing this grocery thing as well. So these are 3-4 points which are very positive, and that's why there's a lot of demand. Now coming to the most important part, which probably no one talks about, is the negative points. Because when you are investing your money, if you are doing it for listing gain, it's fine. But if you are doing it for a longer term gain, then you should invest in a company which can actually give you quality returns, right? So you should always look into the negative points of the company. So the first negative point is Zomato IPO food delivery and restaurant aggregator apps. These actually do not have a competitor, you know that in India. But if you look into the holistic view, if you look into the world map, and if you look into the food companies that they have, Zomato is not only doing business in India, it has a presence in like globally across all the countries almost. Now when you compare the price that Zomato is having, so at this point of time, Zomato's CAGR, that is compounded annual growth rate, is already 8 to 9 times of its PE valuation. That means it's actually overpriced already. So definitely whenever a stock is already overpriced or a business is already overpriced, definitely in a short span of time, there is a reverse CAGR that actually takes place. And when it does, it will not be able to actually give you that same compound interest. Now the business is growing, you are getting a lot of investments, now your business is getting matured, so you are showing 20, 30, 40% CAGR every year on year. But going forward, there would be a period where you will not be able to show like more than 5 to 6%. So there is going to be a saturation period. It's like a consolidation period that can last up to like 5 to 10 years as well. So that is one of the factors that is pretty much negative point, which probably no one is talking about. Number two, Zomato is not the only vendor. So we have Swiggy, and then I think a couple of more companies are already there, small companies. Apart from that, the big giants, Amazon, Google, they are actually planning to start some stuffs of this food delivery and stuffs like that. So if these mammoths come into the business, then there's going to be a lot of competition, and probably Zomato will have to find out ways to survive, right? Number three, the profit after tax is actually, if you look into the financials, last 3 years financials, I've given a screenshot. They have made a profit of 10,000 crores in 19, 23,000 crore in 20, but again in 21, if you see, it's like 8,000 crores. The profit came down by 16,000 crores. You can see it's a huge amount. It's like almost 16,000 rupees. Now you will think, where does that money goes, right? Now this actually money is utilized in doing or ramping up the business or growing the business. So investment has been a huge amount in. So one of the reasons when this company gets this money in terms of IPO, so their IPO size is approximately 10,000 crore. So this 16,000 deficit that they have, which they must have probably invested somewhere. So the first thing that they are going to do is they are going to invest this money back to the system to actually put it on the same slab, right? Now in doing so, as I said, the saturation period PAT and this factor will not give you that amount of CAGR or profit in coming future. So these are some of the factors. Probably there is no balance sheets, no one will talk about. This is a very generic thing. Looking into the data, that is something that we can conclude. It's like purely my assessment, what I am doing. So I will see the 2-day how people are applying. 3rd day probably I'll apply for listing gain only. I'm not going to hold this for even a single day. Maybe in future I'll invest, in future I will get into this, but at this point of time I'll stay away from this counter. So I hope you have loved this video. It's a bit lengthy, but there are a lot of points that I spoken about. So if you have liked this content, do subscribe and share this video in your network with your friends and colleagues. If there are any suggestions, if there are any topics you want me to make a video on, do put it in the comment. Do join my social network, Twitter and Telegram. Telegram, it's like, why I'm asking is, for every small topic it's not possible for me to make a video and upload. There are a lot of things that I keep sharing in my Telegram group. So if you are part of it, you can get all real-time updates, and often I keep sharing multi-bagger shares as well. So that is always helpful. Thank you so much. वीडियो में बने रहने के लिए मैं बहुत जल्द हाजिर होता हूँ एक अमेजिंग कंटेंट लेके. टेक केयर.